Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Donald Hobburn, Peter Shack, both the officials of WII and our ministry, the scientists from the world, the experts, I really welcome you from the bottom of the heart, because I believe that such interactions always help the mankind to progress ahead. And today is the day for Ozone Day. And when we celebrate Ozone Day, I was to be in Hyderabad, but I yesterday gave the video message, and I'm going to meet the children also now. My message is very simple for Ozone Day. What is ozone layer? It's like the mother's blanket for the children who really fond, and world over I have seen, whatever mother gives as a blanket to the child, it becomes part of memory for lifelong. And so that's the real protecting environment. And to that end, I saw that this ozone layer also is God's gift to mankind, which saves the earth and ensures that it doesn't raise beyond the limit and it becomes a real sustainable planet. Today, we are meeting here for GBIF meeting, Governing Board meeting, and it's a very important meeting. And we are very happy to host this meeting. And as my additional secretary was saying that we are only associate member, but why we will be associate member? We'll negotiate and we'll become voting member. Yes, we will. The Biodiversity COP, which was held in Hyderabad in 2012, I was member of Parliament that time. I was already because these are the subjects which don't come in the regular political discourse. But we created a forum of members of parliaments in India and world over also, so that we take interest in climate change issues, in conservation, in sustainable development issues. And I had personally ensured that more than 25 MPs participated first time in such a very technically, in a way, biodiversity conference, COP Hyderabad, and we saw the exhibitions and all stalls put up by various countries also. So, that time I was member of parliament, organizing other members to come and see the COP. Now I am here the president of the COP. That's what the beauty of democracy is all about. And therefore, as Hem Pandey was telling you that we have only 2.5% of the geographical area, still we have 8% of biodiversity species, despite having 18% of population and 18% of cattle population as well. Why? Because our Indian ethos thinks of a universe as a life cycle. The flora, fauna, animal life and wildlife, the whole nature is part of our life cycle. In Indian ethos, we call it Charachar Srishti. That means it includes human beings, it includes cattle, it includes animals, it includes flora and fauna. The whole nature and mankind can only sustain together, can only exist together and develop themselves in a sustainable way. That is the Indian ethos on which, and so we have this large biodiversity. That is the origin of it. And we want to develop it further for all the three subjects which we are thinking about: conservation, sustainable development, and sharing and benefit and access, because that is what we want. And I am very happy to say that sustained efforts have yielded results, and Nagoya Protocol on sharing and access benefit has been now ratified by more than 50 countries and will continue. Even next week I am going to New York, but I will not leave this issue there also. I'll follow it up, and more countries should join that, because that ratification of Nagoya Protocol means sharing of access and benefit to all the countries, particularly those who have rich in diversity and who don't have the progress of technology or research, and those research benefits, the benefits derived from research out of this biodiversity must come to the countries which have the origination of those biodiversity species, and therefore these are very important things. As far as today's meeting is concerned, it is essential that we develop an informatics supported mechanism to efficiently manage and use these natural resources and recognize them as capital assets, because this is important. I am not talking about natural capital as a calculating method, but I am talking it as a real asset. The GBIF in 2000, an intergovernmental network which was formed that time, aims to facilitate free and open access to the world's biodiversity data, and that's a basic thing. But people are finding little difficulty that around 6,500 natural history museum is really a treasure throughout the world, which approximately housed more than 3 billion specimens of Indian origin. However, access to these specimens, I'm not talking about the access and sharing of benefits, but even access to these museums sometimes become really difficult process. So what Indian researchers are experiencing is, when they needed most the access, it doesn't come easy. In both time, it's very time consuming and expensive. In the last 2 decades, many natural history museums in developed nations have digitized specimen collections that are holding several ongoing global and regional biodiversity informatics initiatives for sharing data about these specimens with the countries of origin are growing momentum. In this context, I would like you all people to, in the GBIF and partners, to expedite and institutionalize the process of digital exchange of this data, because that is very important issue. In the end, I like to say that for many countries in the world, transforming a 500-year tradition of slow information transfer by lines of type of paper into digital, which makes it rapid, but sometimes it gets stuck also. Interchange among thousands of distributed, heterogeneous and multilingual databases, while at the same time dealing with complexities of the information itself as well as the means of handling it, is a daunting challenge. But I am confident that deliberations in the GBIF meetings in this week would give us a roadmap to move forward in this direction. And therefore, our commitment to biodiversity, our commitment to sharing and access of benefits from this biodiversity are our real commitments. It comes from our heart, and the new government under Narendra Modi, the largest democracy, has given a historic mandate for Narendra Modi's leadership, and it's a generational change in a way. It's not a 5-year change, it's a decadal. People are thinking that it's a 20 or 25 years. Basic change is happening in Indian democratic shape and size, and therefore his commitment individually to the whole climate change debate, to the whole conservation, sustainable development activity, the way he wants to shape the economy of the country while utilizing the nature but not exploiting the nature, and therefore we are very committed, and therefore for the first time the Ministry of Environment and Forest is now Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So that's the emphasis we have, and we have the first time the Prime Minister who has written a book on climate change and environment issues. So therefore our commitment is full and final. So I welcome you all to India, to the beautiful city of New Delhi, and wish you very fruitful deliberations. I would also request you to take time off from your busy schedule to enjoy the natural cultural flavor of India during your stay, to make it memorable one. Thank you.